Welcome to the latest episode of TFI, the Fat Influencer. We're on a mission, nay, an odyssey, to rate every kebab in the Greater Swansea area. There's 140 of these kebab shops, and I'm hopefully going to live through each one. Now we're here today at the lifeblood of Swansea, the great river Tawe. Tawe is the Welsh name for Swansea, and this is the Tawe. This is like arterial blood flowing down into Swansea. We're slightly north of Swansea at the minute, so this is like the head. It runs down into the neck of the body as it runs through Morriston. It then goes down into the bowels as we might go somewhere through Cumbulla, and then it voids its bowels into the sea at St Thomas. When Sweyne Forkbeard, the famous Viking, came over from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, minced around Ireland for a bit, sailed up the Tawe, created a Viking settlement. As we all know, the Vikings, they loved kebabs. I don't know if they loved kebabs, but what they did actually love was just cooking a sheep or a pig and then eating absolutely everything from it. They would have a steak, or they would have like a skewer full of pig's arseholes, and they'd cook it over an open fire. They'd eat it, they'd eat the lips, they'd eat the eyes, they'd eat like the wax out the ears, they love it. It stands to reason, therefore, that they would have loved Ali's Kebabs in Llansamlet, because that's where we went for this kebab. Now, I went to Ali's quite a few years ago. It was a bustling place. It was like a hive of activity. Ali was there, I remember it. The kebab was lovely. I don't know what's happened in the last few years. We went there, slightly dubious going in, but let's have a look. Now the floor going in was a bit slippery. My feet were going like this. I thought, well, you know, give them a chance. They might have just cleaned it. Cleaned it with some oil. You never know, it might be what Ali does. I'm not sure. Mrs. Ali, she approached us, she was wearing a face mask. Now, you know my thing about kebab shops, it's and you have to translate, don't you? Oh yeah, you want some lettuce? Now with the face mask on, what have you got? You haven't even got the you've just, she was smiling. What a lovely face, lovely smiling eyes. Put a great big face mask on, obviously for the COVID situation, which is fine. No gloves on her hands, didn't make sense, but there we are, we're smiling. Pointed, yes, we'll have a large mixed kebab, I think. Yes, a large mixed kebab, which came with doner meat and chicken meat. Now, I was looking at this thinking, there's a lot of fat and oil and unknown orange stuff coming off that kebab, but we'll try it, because last time I came here it was great. Whilst they were cooking it, well, they didn't actually cook it, I mean it was rotating on there, I think that was just for show. The elephant's leg that was on there, because Ali pulled the stuff out of like a little container at the back with his tongs. He got that and some chicken meat. What was the point of having them on there? I don't even think they're real, I think they were plastic. And he just pulls the stuff out of the freezer. I don't know if that's true, to be honest. It's probably not, but that's what it looked like. But then looking in the cabinet, which was a warning really, there was burgers there which were brown around the edge and pink in the middle. That can't be right, can it? There's something gone on where they were keeping the temperature. Well, Ali seemed alright, Mrs. Ali seemed alright. It got a 4-star rating from the Ministry of Health or whatever it is. It gives you those little stars and stuff. Anyway, so had the kebab. Got the kebab, had a bit of lettuce on it, had some nice chilli sauce. Took it and we ate it at the lovely Fendrog Lake, where the swans play. I'm not sure if part of this runs into it, maybe a little bit, like a tributary, like a little vein. That probably runs in there. A vein from one of the fingers runs into there. Anyway, we ate it there in front of several fishermen, who did look fairly amused, but there was fishermen there. Right, what's gone on with Ali? Ali man, get yourself sorted out. Greasy. Overcooked like it had been there for a while. And what was going on with the chicken bit in it? It was like, imagine you'd taken a chicken's beak and anise and you'd flopped them about for a bit and stuck them on a stick and cooked it. That is basically what it was like. How much you can actually fit in the pitta. Now, because the pitta doesn't open, that's it. It's like one straggly bit of lip and like a pig's nipple and a bit of lettuce. Make it into a sandwich, and that's it. If you were Warwick Davis, this would be just the right size for you. If you were the fat influencer, it wouldn't. I could probably eat Warwick Davis in one sitting. He'd probably enjoy it. He loves a laugh, doesn't he, Warwick? Warwick loves a laugh. He's always up for a little laugh, isn't he? That fella. I'd like to meet him. I'd like to go out and kebab something for Warwick. He wouldn't be able to see over the counter. As far as that goes, I started to feel poorly almost straight away. You know, just when you've had too much oil in your stomach. The Coke that I had with it was warm. It was not cold. I don't understand. I don't know what went on. Ali, when he got the meat out with his ladle. What's that called? Not a ladle, like a grabber. Put it in the kebab, but then moved it round on his fingers. The meat included special Ali finger flavouring. Now I normally do the finger test. Can I smell it later? But it was like this. The guy was virtually kneading the kebab. It was like they used to wash my hair when I used to go in the 80s. Like that. He was kneading it. Worst thing, of course. What's the worst thing you can find in your food? Hair, innit? What had Ali been doing with his fingers before he did all that caper? There was a grey hair in it with a slight wave. Now I don't know where that's come from. I've got the odd grey hair, but they're not like that. They're not wiry and look like they come from Ali's head. But that's what was in it. So all in all, I would say I would probably give that about a 2 because it didn't taste very nice. It's a thumbs down. Get yourself sorted. I think it might be down to the COVID crisis. You know, you might not have quite got back in the swing of things, but you need to get yourself sorted out, Ali. You need to sort it. You were good a few years ago. This time though, you had Ali, little Ali and Mrs. Ali in the shop all at the same time. You've got enough people there. Why don't you just get it sorted out? But flavour, no. Taste, no. Kebabi goodness, no. Kebabi badness. Not very good at all. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down. So that's basically our history lesson of the Tawe. Talking about kebabs. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to follow our Instagram. We'll put the link in the comments. Go and enjoy a kebab. Good night.